welcome back to the channel. I thought I would do a video and this video was actually inspired by Angels on a Broomstick, by Angels on Broomsticks. This is their channel. You see that? I will link them down below, but I really enjoy their content. They're a mother-daughter duo that does makeup. They did our favorite fall makeup and I thought that was so cute, and I was like, and I'm kind of in this, I think they're doing like a no buy month right now in September, and I've been not really in a no buy, like if I want something I'll get it, but like for the most part I have been very minimal in the amount of makeup that I bought this year. And honestly this month I don't think I've bought anything makeup related. I almost did, but I didn't. I bought athletic wear. So I thought it'd be cute, since I'm kind of on board with like really using up the makeup that we have and not being so wasteful and just collecting makeup that we don't use. Like I still have a lot of makeup that I don't use every day or haven't seen in months, and it expires, and it's still very frustrating, but I am doing my best. And so I thought it'd be cute to kind of like revisit my collection and like show you my top 5 eyeshadow palettes that I like for fall, and then my top 5 lippies that I like for fall. So yeah, if you're interested in learning about what I like to wear in the fall time, keep on watching. So the first palette that I'm going to start off with is a very controversial palette. It's one that is not well reviewed or well liked in the makeup community, but regardless of that, the color story is truly a perfect color story for fall, and that is the ABH Subculture palette. I mean, look at this. You see that color story? I just really love this palette. Like, I love the color story. It just says fall to me. Like, everything about it. I honestly feel like my lights are kind of washing out the depth of the colors, so give me 1 second. Yeah, my lights were really bright, so I felt like it was really washing them out, but these colors just say fall to me, especially this color, this edge color. It's like a mustardy yellow, and then you have Axis, which is like this dark blue green. Rowdy is that classic dark with almost a purple undertone brown. And then you have Fudge, which is your basic brown, and then All Star, which I finally hit pan in. I finally hit pan in All Star, so I will be pulling this out of my collection. I did find that like Electric here has been struggling, and so has Cube. They've been, I forgot what the word is, but basically they get really hard and it's hard to use these products, which is a problem this palette has always had. But again, if you just take your time with this palette, the color stories can really come out beautifully on your eyes. The second palette that I think just says fall is the Vita palette. And this is just one half of a collection from Melt Cosmetics. And this is that palette. I just think like it's a very interesting fall type of palette, because you have your oranges here, like your reds, some muted oranges, and then you have like some browns, but then you have this like pop of green, and I like it. I think it's a fun fall palette. I think it's a very experimental fall palette, but it is one of my top. And Melt just makes high quality shadows in my opinion. I will say, because of they make the most vivid color palettes, I guess is what I'm really want to say. Is because I think a lot of their pigments are pressed, and when you have a pressed pigments, they're a little bit harder to work with, and so you do have to work with them, but patience is always key in makeup. Always. The next one, I feel like should not come at any surprise, but At First Sight. Like, come on now. I don't know if Raw Beauty Christy released this, and I think, was it last year that she released this? I don't know if she released it in the fall time, but this is literally just the perfect fall type of palette. Like, you got like these dark blues and greens down here, but you got some maroons, a little, not quite mustardy, but on the side of mustard. This like yellow shade, which I really want to just like swatch for you real quick. Like, oh, such a nice shade for fall. And then you have these two beautiful shimmers. Like, I'm actually wearing the gold, and I'm wearing West Coast, Fiddlehead, and Emerald City on my eyes right now. And then let me show you Evergreen, because like, if there was ever a shimmer or a shade that like it's truly beautiful on their own, it's this one. Ready? Like, that is, oh, just absolutely gorgeous. The next one is a ColourPop palette. This palette is not a popular palette. One, because of the controversy around it, but also I don't think a lot of people picked it up because of that. And so the packaging is controversial, but the palette itself is very pretty. And it's the Sandstone palette. There we go. This says fall to me because of all the earthy tones that it offers. I really enjoy this palette. Like, I just enjoy looking at it. I enjoy the color story. There are a lot of shimmers in this palette. I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes in this palette. So it is a harder palette to work with if you're not into shimmers. But there's like metallics, and there's the mattes with like gold flakes in them. So it's the perfect like earthy toned fall palette. And lastly, another palette that does not come with a lot of mattes, but the color story is very fall, and I like it, and it's very gothic-y. And that's going to be the Nomad Berlin Underground palette. It's very gothic, darker tones, but there's only one technical matte. The other one's like a sheen type of matte. Like, it has a sheen to it. It's not totally matte. In particular, this one is called Hansa, and I might be saying these wrong, but this is Hansa. And then another shade I really like is this one, and I'm not even gonna try to say that name. So just the quality of these shimmers are so good. They kind of look the same right now, but they're not. Amazing. Like, they're so creamy, they're so nice. Okay, so those were my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for fall. Now we're gonna get into the lippies for fall. The first one is a ColourPop one. This is their lippy sticks, and this is Coyote Ugly. I don't really know how to describe this, but I just like, it has like an orange tint to it, but it's just nice and silky, but it also has like a red undertone with it. The next one I have is Cactus Dream. More of a burnt orange shade. Cactus Dream is right here. This one's like more of a burnt orange, and I really like that shade for the fall. The next one is not really like anything orange. It's just, I really like, it reminds me of the 90s. It's also called 1999. So 90s inspired is what it was going for. But I love pairing this up with a dark lip. Like a nude muted purple. But it looks really good when paired with like a dark lip. This one is from Melt Cosmetics. This is Cherried. And so there's Cherried. I like it because it's that nice dark color that I think everyone should have at least one dark lippy in their collection. And that one is my all-time favorite. It's purple. It's like this dark plum. And just to keep because you know, you gotta have like a red somewhere in your collection, and mine is a purple red, and it's this Mamacita, another dark shade right here, very close to cherried, but like it's a liquid lip, which I've actually moved away from. I typically don't use them, they're too drying, but I do like Mamacita. It's one of my favorites. So those were all my top 5 eyeshadow palettes and my top 5 lippy products for fall. Let me know down below in the comments which ones that you like, what fall products I didn't mention that you like to use in the fall. Let me know down below. And also make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because it would only help my channel out. It would also help you get some content. But honestly, I don't upload that frequently. So if you're looking for a consistent YouTuber, it's not me. But if you like inconsistency and random video drops, I'm your girl. And this is the end of this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.